The sheriff's office said 37-year-old Maurice Clemence is one of the several people investigators want to talk to, and that he could not be called a suspect at this point. Clemence has an extensive violent criminal history in the state of Arkansas, including aggravated robbery and theft.
Miss Livingstone? Miss Livingstone!
Shit, Andy, you scared me.
Sorry, Miss Livingstone.
Catherine. It's Catherine. I'm not old. You don't have to call me Miss Livingstone.
Sorry, and here's your coffee.
I thought I told you I only wanted my coffee after 9:30.
It is 9:30.
Are you kidding? I didn't even know it was 9 yet.
And you have a call on hold?
Well, keep him on hold, especially if it's my ex-husband.
You know you're not technically divorced yet. You haven't even filed papers yet.
Then remind me to.
And it's a conference call.
I thought that was Thursday.
You have a second one on Thursday, but you have one today too.
Crap. Let me get dressed. Stall him or something.
Okay. Oh, Catherine.
Where are the papers from the conference call?
Here.
Thanks.
Oh, your 10 o'clock appointment is here?
Well, that's impossible because I don't take appointments on Wednesdays before 11.
Today's Tuesday.
Well, just tell her to come back later then.
She's already in your office.
Andy, what case is it?
It's the missing boy case. She's under the impression you're going to be her lawyer, apparently because of this letter.
Miss Levine. Rose, right? Can I call you Rose? Well, Rose, your case seems very interesting, but unfortunately I have 2 conference calls today and a meeting at noon. So if you'll come out here, my secretary can direct you to some great other lawyers.
I don't have time for the lawyers, Miss Livingstone. You sent me this letter thinking that you'd gladly hear my case today at 10. Any issues that has risen between then and now on your side is not my problem, but you will hear my case.
Okay, you may proceed.
Now, from my letter, you are aware the accusation is correct.
Yes, you're a suspect for the missing of James Earl Thomaston, a kindergartner that went missing near your house.
Yes.
What exactly would lead them to suspect you?
Well, I was walking and I found his homework.
A math quiz, right? Where all the answers to a 3-question quiz just happen to be 6?
Yes.
And where were you walking exactly?
The woods?
A cemetery, more exact?
Yes.
So you're what, high school age? Sophomore?
Junior.
And after school you just like to take walks through cemeteries?
No, I'm a photographer and I was looking for inspiration.
In a cemetery?
Yes, I'm very influenced by the past.
And this just happens to be the same place where a kid went missing at the same time.
Well, elementary gets out a few hours earlier, so whatever happened to him was way before I went to that cemetery.
Have you ever met the kid before?
No, I know his parents though.
How well?
Not well.
Like how you don't know much about the cemetery, but you just happen to be there at the same time this kid went missing.
Yeah, just like how you don't seem to be very organized, but you're just here.
I don't have time for sarcasm.
You don't seem to have time for much, do you?
Andy, I don't care who it is. Put him on hold. It's my husband. Wait! Andy, just put him on hold. Where are you going?
If you're just gonna criminalize me, I can just find someone else.
Andy, just put him on hold. I haven't once said that you had anything to do with it.
No, you just don't believe me, do you?
Fuck. Damn it, Andy. I thought I told you to fix the stupid door. Miss Myers.
Good morning, Catherine.
I didn't know you'd be stopping by this morning.
Apparently not. This is Corey Walters. He recently graduated from Duke University.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
He'll be working with us until we can find a permanent replacement.
Replacement for what?
Not what, who, Miss Livingstone. It has been called to my attention that your unconventional methods and lack of organizational skills has put stress upon our law firm. We need someone who's reliable and can fill the void in our company.
And you think some amateur can do that?
Excuse me? But amateur is the least to describe my capabilities. I not only graduated from one of the top universities in the country, I also graduated as top of the university and interned at a prestigious law firm in Boston for a few years.
He's also been working on a case surrounding the rising cost of minimum wage for a local school.
Yes, the first trial is next week, so I would need an office as soon as possible.
No worries, Catherine's office is big enough.
Excuse me, but
You're excused. You haven't had a decent case in weeks.
a decent case? Well, I'll have you know that I'm working on the missing boy case. I'm defending Rose.
Rose, as in Rose the accused, the delinquent they've been needing a reason to get rid of ever since she got that teacher fired? Andy, is this true?
Well, Rose was here the other day.
Yes, and it's exactly the case that we need to build credibility towards our business, to prove that anyone can be innocent.
Well, Catherine, I didn't know you had it in you to defend someone who will in turn ostracize you from the entire community. Well, that's justice. Have any files you have on her recorded and on my desk by Monday.
What about my office?
You can use my old one in Human Resources for now. Come, I'll show you. And Catherine, this is your last chance, so you better make the most of it.
Catherine? Do you need a moment?
No, I'm good. What is it?
The girl from the disappearance case is here. Do you want me to send her away?
No, don't be ridiculous. Tell her to come in.
Wait, you mean you were serious this morning? Catherine, I don't think you understand how serious this is. Ever since that girl tried to get that beloved teacher fired for falsifying test scores, the entire community has been looking for a way to get rid of her. Do you really want that pressure?
Yes, I assure you that I'm certain that I want to take this case.
Alright.
Will you please block my husband's phone number?
If you're certain.
Hey, sorry, I was just finishing something up. I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot last time. Catherine Livingstone.
Did you get my email?
Yeah, I did. And the police can't do searches without a warrant. You can file a complaint if you want. Okay, well, you said in the police report that you get done with school around 4, but your school ends at 3.
I guess I got the times confused.
Yeah. Tell me, do you serve detention after school sometimes?
I'm confused. Exactly why am I here? I thought you didn't want my case.
In the email...
In the email you said, are you free to meet today?
Yes, and I find your case very interesting.
I'm not looking for interest. I'm looking for a lawyer.
And I may be able to help you with that. Before I can do that, you have to answer some questions for me first.
Okay.
How often do you serve detention?
Depends.
An estimate.
A few times a week.
For what reasons?
Depends on the teacher.
Do you think a jury's gonna find that convincing?
I honestly don't.
Care? I know you want me to think that, but you do care. Obviously, or you wouldn't be here. What you fail to realize is that it's your word against theirs. A teenager with disciplinary issues up against a jury consisting of a mother and a fellow jury of soccer moms. So right now, against the community's wishes, I am the only one who will believe you and give you a chance.
Yes, I recognize that. And I also recognize I'm the only person preventing you from losing your job.
Excuse me?
I do my research. So it turns out we're both each other's last resort.
How long have you done photography?
3 years.
And have you always chosen dark places as your subject of interest?
No, not really.
Look, I'm not as young as you, but youth was not too far away from me. Is it common for many people, to just go and hang out around the cemetery? Say, common enough for a kindergartner just to wander into one?
No, and I don't believe that he went there. He was taken there.
What makes you say that?
There's a fence around the graveyard too tall for any kindergarten to cross.
Did you tell the police that?
No, why would I? They only hear what they want to hear anyways. If they were looking for a criminal rather than a scapegoat, they wouldn't overlook some simple clues.
Like what?
You have to agree to be my lawyer first.
Well played. Well, outside of these clues, what do you think makes them suspect you?
Well, they're all assholes for one thing. And you know better than I do that everyone's still pissed about that whole test score thing a few years ago.
Yeah, well, this county did rank as one of the best secondary schools in the county, and that proof caused the credibility of this county to go down, and we lost a lot of state funding for it.
Well, I guess that's why they say the truth hurts. It's just kind of surprising, though, that I turned out to be the criminal when the teacher actually was.
Yeah, well, that's the way life is sometimes. But I still don't understand how that proves your innocence.
Because I don't believe you or anyone else has a valid reason not to believe me.
Good morning, Andy.
Oh, Catherine, sorry, you scared me. I was just dropping off your coffee. Sorry I didn't knock. You're not usually here this early.
When you get a chance, will you take these by Human Resources?
Absolutely. Miss Sanders asked you to fill out the paperwork.
I've already done and submitted it.
Okay, well, do you want me to confirm your conference call?
I've already taken care of it. Do me a favor and get Rose on the phone in 5.
Rose from the disappearance case?
Yes, in 5 minutes, please.
You don't actually expect me to believe you took her case.
I don't expect you to believe anything.
Well, you went from not wanting to hear a word she has to say to being her lawyer? Why not let a public defender take it? She's not going to pay you anyway.
Excuse me, but your concerns are of no value to me. You are a secretary, and I don't owe you an explanation for anything that I do.
An explanation? So now it's convenient for me to be just the secretary when for the past couple years you've used my internship as a chance to a personal therapist?
A personal therapist?
Exactly. Listen, Catherine, I know you might not want to hear this, but you need to. I know you need this case to keep your job, but there'll be other cases. If you defend this girl, the entire community is going to be against you. Let a public defender do it. She's already there. That's enough to convict her.
Oh, so now being in the wrong place at the wrong time automatically makes you a criminal?
It doesn't matter. What does your husband think about all this? Are you willing to risk that too? What are you willing to risk?
You know, I applaud your efforts to seem concerned. It's a effort you've fronted for quite a few years now, and I would have believed you until a few days ago, but now that I know that you knew about them hiring Corey, I don't give a damn about what you think or anyone else, so now you're excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Andy,
Yes?
my coffee.
Of course.
Good evening. I have secured a lawyer to defend me, but my only defense is that I witnessed a crime I did not commit and have become the accused. I have no doubt that I will be able to keep your secret, but if there are fishermen whose pole will reach deep enough into the lake, I doubt my secrecy will matter any longer. Sincerely, Rose.